Hello, this is Maria reporting from smartphone-biz-news.com. We're at the Mobile World Congress with Charlotta from TAT company. Hello.
Hi, Maria.
Thank you very much for receiving us. Tell me, what's the specialty of TAT? What is it that you do?
We're a company focused on mobile user interfaces. So we provide technology that enables great design on mobile phones. That designs that stretch the limits of the OSs and the hardware as much as ever possible to bring a great user experience. That's what we do.
Excellent. And tell me, you're a Swedish-based company. How long has the company been existing for?
We were founded in 2002 by 6 guys who were passionate about using technology in order to create great design. So that's 8 years ago, and now we're 150 people in the company. We're in Sweden, in Korea, in the US, providing good user interface design and technology.
Wonderful. And what are your expectations for the Congress today? Who are you focusing on?
Well, we're showing off a lot of what our technology can do. So what we're trying to show the market, and what we tend to do at the MWC, which we're always attending, is to raise the bar of the user interface. What is possible? What can the current technology actually do? What do we want to see in mobile phones in the year to come? And that's what we're doing with a lot of the demos that you have playing here in the background. Demos that we're showing that in different ways shows off what technology is capable of right now. We have some really interesting devices that are really futuristic, where you use different ways, different sensors and different input methods in order to manipulate the user interface.
And I'm going to show a very nice piece of hardware. It's actually been displayed on Times Square in New York. This is a collaboration. I will bring up an overview here of a few companies. A company called Synaptics. They are doing the touch screen. So I mean, you know how to interact with touch. We have actually touch here, 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 and here. So you can operate in many different ways. A design company called Alloy. Ourselves, TAT, Immersion, doing like vibration feedback, and also Texas Instrument doing electronics. Here I'm using force sensors to producing some balls where we actually can using the accelerator to see how they moves around. I also can use my fingers to repel them, or I can use the finger on the backside here to actually attract the balls. That's more kind of showing the hardware. Now we should go back to something that looks a little bit more like a phone. So this is a 3D version of a phone menu, and of course you can use normal scroll with a touch screen, but you can also use the force sensors and like use the gravity run the UI for you, or you can squeeze very hard to go over to the widget view. And here when I tilt the phone, you see that the widgets you show the 3D properties of them, and you can also navigate and change the view of that object. When I tilt this here, we see reflections changing. This looks like it's actually the lights up here being reflected, but it's the accelerometer that is keeping track of the movements. So this is also a way of extending or enhancing the visual representation. Not a very compact device, but the idea here is to see that how 2 screens could be used. So this is actually hardware from Texas Instrument, where it's also possible to connect a full definition or high 1080p output to a big television screen to get high definition video. But here the idea is to use the underlying part of the screen here to, for example, sort on my contacts. Then I see only the contacts here. I can scroll in my contacts. If I select one of the contacts, I get additional information about the contact up here. If I press here, I can also extend some information about social networks he's actually a member of. So then I go back there. If I filter on, for example, media, I get pictures or movies up, so I can select a picture or a movie. Then actually we are going to get the movie up here, and it will run. And I can also, the same way, extract additional information about this movie. So here about that movie, some information about that. So this is the way the 2 screens interact and support each other. I could imagine this to actually work on a smartphone where you have a slider phone or a clamshell phone where you have two screens, that instead of having a keyboard you actually have two screens. One is kind of using useful keyboard input when you need keyboard input, otherwise you have the two areas for showing information, so extending the possibility to communicate with the user.
So the technology is there, and do we have the device where it's going to go on, or is that something you're looking forward to here at the Congress for new partners?
Well, there's, as you know, very fast development on the hardware side. We have seen, for example, the Google Nexus 1 having a very fast processor. It's like 1 gigahertz processor. So you can do a lot of things with such a hardware. And also, these chips here are actually being manufactured by companies today. So within one or a few years, we will see this type of muscles or horsepower within the shell of the mobile phone. And those horsepowers can be used for creating a very nice user interface, and also combine the eye candy with a better way to show information, so also enhancing the ability to communicate and provide the information to the user.
Excellent. And tell me, Charlotta, just to end, what are your expectations for 2010?
Well, this is a year that will be very much dominated by the fact that everyone can build a phone. I mean, there is, with the Android operating system bringing standardization in the market to a whole different level, we see lots of devices out in the market that look very much the same. And the buzz of this year will definitely be one of differentiation. How do we use this great OS in order to differentiate? And what we see happening in the market is that it is on the user interface level that the device manufacturers and the operators that are offering the phones to the market want to differentiate. So this will be the year of differentiation based on standard OSs.
Excellent. Well, we wish you the best of luck for this year. Thank you very much for the interview and the demo.
Thank you, Maria.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thanks.